I am PeachyPop Cosplay, and I'm here with Spicy Plays to talk about one of my favorite decks, one of my favorite commander decks, and in a moment I will also be consuming a habanero pepper. Personally for me, I mostly do cosplay. I recently did Elish Nord. I also do TikToks, that kind of thing. I am around and about on the internet. I actually cosplayed Neera herself, who we'll be talking about in a moment here. I actually have her cool staff here that I use for her thing. It's very blurry, but you know, we will get into it in just a second here. Let me put this here. So, the commander that we're going to be going over today is Neera Wild Mage. She's from the Baldur's Gate set, and her text reads, whenever you cast a spell, you may put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Okay? If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Fun fun. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Important, this ability triggers only once per turn. So, we are going to be getting into it in a moment here, and I will be telling you all about the fun stuff in this deck, and how you can make it work, and how you can get cool stuff for free. But first I have to subject myself to a bit of torment. We have with us here today a special guest, and it's this habanero pepper. I hate peppers. I am not an enjoyer of spice, let me tell you, and I do not handle it well. So we're going to see what we can accomplish here today. But I'm going to oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna just knock it back real quick. Oh yeah. Oh, it's like licking a hot stove. Oh, it's bad. I don't like it and it's not good. Okay. I've established that I hate this. I'm already okay. I gotta talk. Oh, swallowing hurts. Oh no. Oh god. Okay, so commander is oh, I'm sweating already. Hold on, let me get it down. Okay, alright, we're through the worst of it.
The fuck you are.
Alright. Oh, I'm sweat. Hold on, I got it. Alright, let's get into it. Neera Wild Mage. Oh, I chewed it on the right side of my mouth, and now that side hurts. Oh. Okay, Neera Wild Mage. She's super cool, and she has pink hair, and I love her, and she's great. Okay, that's the commander. Let's move on. For the first package of... Oh. I don't know if you can tell. I'm already sweaty. I'm getting shiny. Oh, god damn it. Okay. So, the whole point of this deck... Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm already going. Okay. The whole point of this deck is you're gonna get Neera out. Now, she costs 6 mana. That's a whole lot. So you want to have some good ramp spells to get her out. So... But the things you're gonna want to have, you're gonna want to have some mana rocks. Let me tell you, I'm gonna cry. So for mana rocks, I have a lot in here. I'm not gonna go through all 100 cards in the deck. Oop, blurry. There we go. So we've got Talisman of Creativity. That's great. We've got Thought Vessel. We've got Arcane Signet, and we've got Gilded Lotus. I am sweating. So you're gonna want to have your basic mana rocks. That's gonna be awesome because you want to get Neera out as quick as possible because she costs a lot of mana all the time, and the deck is very hard to work if you don't have her out. Okay, cool. So we got mana rocks. So where are we going with the mana rocks? Here's the deal. What you want to do is you want to get Neera out. She's great, and then you want to cast some cheap spells. So we're talking stuff like cantrips. We're talking stuff like okay. We're gonna have things like Consider. We're gonna have stuff like Gataxian Probe and Gut Shot. Because here's the thing about Neera, her ability also. I keep on getting all blurry. There we go. So Her ability triggers once per turn, but you can trigger that on other people's turns. My mouth hurts. So you're gonna want to have things like Get Probe. Well, Get Probe is sorcery, but you know. And you're gonna have things like Gut Shot. You're gonna have cheap 1-drop instants, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have Neera out. Oh god. Oh. Huh. You're gonna have Neera out, and then you're gonna cast a cheap spell, and then you're gonna want to start revealing stuff off the top of your library so you can get something fun. Now, here's the fun part about this deck. Is NANI? You're gonna stack your deck via means that I will show you in a moment, so that you can hit some fun things off the top for free, such as Kozilek, Butcher of Truth. When you cast him, draw 4 cards. So when you cast something off of Neera, you get it for free. So for 0 mana, or 1, whatever you paid for the cantrip, you get to draw 4 cards, and he has Annihilator 4. Awesome. Oh god. Alright. We've also got Ancient Silver Dragon. My mouth is full of saliva. Oh. We got Ancient Silver Dragon. He's costs a lot of mana, but you're not gonna pay for that mana, let me tell you. So he is a flying 8/8. Whenever Ancient Silver Dragon deals combat damage to a player, roll a d20, and then you draw cards equal to that result, and then you keep them all in your hand. Awesome. So that's something that you want to hit off of Neera's trigger. We've also got fun things like Izzet, who is also going to be really fun in multiplayer. Oh, I feel like that just got to my stomach, and it feels like I ate like hot lava. Oh. Oh. Izzet, he's cool. He's a dragon. Moving on. The other thing you want to hit is Magnum Opus. Magma Opus. So that does a whole bunch of things. Deals 4 damage divided among deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. Tap 2 target permanents. Create. Why do people eat habanero peppers? Oh. Oh. Why do we do this? Why are people? Oh god. Oh Christ. So anyway, Magma Opus does a lot of cool things, and you're gonna get them for free. That's awesome. That's not the exciting parts of this deck, so we're going right by it. So now we have not 1, but where the fuck did he go? Sorry, not 1, but 2 Jenga Taxes.
Oh, my favorite.
So you're gonna get these guys for free. These are both in Phyrexian, so I don't remember the text, but it's probably gonna be on the screen. Hopefully. Jenga Taxes, I can't even remember the difference between these two because he does the same fucking, hold on. He does the same pose in both arts.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
He does the same shit. Okay. So anyway, Jenga Taxes is cool. Check him out. One of the best things that you can get off of Neera's trigger is Omniscience. You like getting one thing for free per turn? How would you like getting everything for free? It's gonna be awesome. Omniscience is usually 10 mana, but you're not gonna pay any mana for that. You may cast non-land cards from your hand without paying the mana cost, which is awesome. Because probably throughout the game, you're gonna have Neera out and you're gonna be casting things and trying to get a cool trigger going, so you can get something cool for free. And you're probably gonna end up with some of these big cards in your hand, and you probably don't want them there, because you can't really pay for all those, and we never plan to. Omniscience is awesome to have out in that case. We got another really good hit off of this is Time Warp. If you want everyone at the table to not like you anymore. Every time I've played Time Warp in this deck, I'll be like, hey guys, this is just a fun, goofy deck. It's just like, oh. I'm getting the nose runs. Okay. So, Time Warp.
I remember doing the Time Warp.
I would like to Time Warp to before I did this. So, Time Warp, you're gonna take an extra turn, and that's awesome because that means you get more Neera triggers. Okay, sweet. So, I've got that, and then in addition to Time Warp, we have something else that's even more of a big bomb. It's Animatos Auguri! It costs 8 mana. It's getting a little bit better, but I feel like it's gonna get worse soon. So I gotta go fast. Okay. We got Animatos Auguri, which lets you exile the top 8 cards of your library. So if you've been following along, if you're a long-time listener of the show, you're probably gonna have some of these really fun big bombs right in the top 8. Okay? So exiling the top 8 cards of your library, you can put a land card from among them, and then for each non-land card type among those cards that you reveal. Oh man. Okay. You may cast a card of that type from among the exiled cards without paying its mana cost. So you're gonna dig up all of your super fun high cost stuff, and you were getting it for free earlier, and you're gonna get it for free, for double free, for even more free, and it's great. Okay. Another fun one that I like in this deck. So these are the big bombs. This is stuff you're trying to hit. And it's the really fun, exciting, ta-da parts of this. So after we go through that, then I will also let you guys know how to set it up so that you get your fun stuff more of the time. Okay. I'm getting the nose runs. I'm sweating. Okay. So I've only got a couple of the big bombs left, and then we get into the more fun tech. We got Ulmog, the Ceaseless Hunger. He's a 10/10. Oh, he's an Eldrazi. The roof of my mouth is what hurts right now, which is weird because I chewed it like on the right side of my mouth. So, when I gotta make sure I don't get like the pepper oil all over these cards and die at FNM later. Okay. We got Ulmog, Ceaseless Hunger. He's indestructible. When he comes in, you get to exile 2 target permanents. When he attacks, defending player exiles top 20 cards of his or her library, and that's awesome. So, you know, you got Neera out, you play a cheap spell, bam!
Bam!
Ulmog. It's cool, it's great, it's awesome. Okay, so that's the easier parts of this. That's, you know, your big bombs, that's your big boys. This is, you know, this is your core squad. So, how do I make sure that I will get the right, how do I make sure that when I cast a spell, I reveal off the top and I don't hit just a bunch of garbage? Well, I'm gonna tell you how. Give me a second here to scoop this off the table. You're gonna use cards that will let you put things directly on top of your library. Oh. It's right in the back of my throat too. So you're gonna use a couple of cards here. These are awesome. You got Dream Cash. You're gonna draw 3 cards, and you're gonna choose 2 cards from your hand and put both on top of your library. So, for instance, what you will be doing is while Neera is out, you're gonna use Dream Cash, and then you're gonna put, you know, something, who knows what, and then Ulmog on the top. So then on your next turn, when you do it, you draw the. I'm explaining this so badly. You put 2 on top, you draw the top one, and then on your next turn you do the Neera trigger. Oh. And then you're gonna get Ulmog for free, and everyone at the table will love that, and it'll be really fun. So, Dream Cash. That's one of them. The other one is going to be, you know it, you love it. It's Sensei's Divining Top. I love this card. I actually have the little necklace for it here, and it spins. That's pretty cool. Okay, it's getting better. It's getting better. The first bit was the worst. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. Sensei's Divining Top. You got Sensei's Divining Top. You can pay 1, and you can look at the top 3 cards of your library. So that's cool. Because then what you could do is you can what was I talking about? You can top. You top. No, oh, fuck. You can look at the top 3 cards of your library, and you can put your favoriteest one on top before you do your Neera trigger. And that's awesome. And then also, if you want that card, you can tap this. You can put Sensei's Divining Top on top, and then you can. We need more words. You can put Sensei's Divine Top on top, take that card, whatever. You know how the dang old Sensei's Divine Top works, I don't need to tell you. And Scroll Rack is the last one. Oh, I know, there's another one, sorry. I lied. Scroll Rack! You pay 1, and you're gonna exile any number of cards from your hand face down. And put that many cards from the top of your library into your hand, and then look at the exiled cards and put them on top of your library in any order. Very complicated way to say... Oh, yeah. Oh, it's all on the roof of my mouth. I don't understand what's happening. It's like it was here and then it's migrated to the middle of my mouth. Oh, and I'm sweating. So you're gonna pay when you're tapped, and then you do the scroll rack shuffle to put what you want on top of your library, and it's very cool. Okay, and then the last one for stacking your deck in very legal ways is soothsaying. So you pay, it's one blue and it's an enchantment, and you're gonna pay X, and you can look at the top X cards of your library and put it back in any order. So you can shuffle around your stuff and get cool things out of there. So there's those things. One other thing I wanted to mention, that is a couple of cool things that are in here that are important. We got Chaos Warp and we got Transmogrify. These are both awesome because what you can do what you can do is have a little creature out, and if you have one of your little guys out, a different creature, which we will get to, or a permanent or something that you're okay with wasting, what you can do is you can Transmogrify it, and both of these cards let you reveal stuff off the top of your library, which, if you've been doing the things, you probably have something cool on top. So this lets you, poof one of your smaller creatures into a bigger creature, and that's great. That's awesome. That's what that does. It also works as removal if you need to do that. If you need to be removing. And then a couple of things too. If you get stuck with one of the big creatures, in your hand, oh god, it's fighting back. Is it? If you get stuck with one of the big creatures in your hand, if you have a way to cast it, or if you are, if you cast something off Neera trigger and you want to use it right away, use Expedite. Additionally, if you don't want to use it to make a creature have haste or draw the card, you can also use this tiny little red mana to trigger Neera's thing if you have nothing else to do with it. So that's cool. Another thing is Sneak Attack, which is a card I don't seem to see anyone else playing, but it's really neat. Is 4-drop enchantment, and you pay red, and you can choose a creature card from your hand, put it into play. Bam! He's unaffected by somebody. He has haste. He has hats. At the end of the turn, sacrifice that creature. So, ordinarily you would do something super, normal with this, but if you do sneak attack, you can be like, bam, Ulmog! Ta-da! Very exciting. Very exciting, this deck. Okay. So, we went over that stuff. I've got also a bunch of things like, cantrips and whatnot. And then we've got a couple little helper creatures in here that are super helpful. They are Neera's bestest pals. One of them will require... Every time I swallow it goes like, right back there. Okay. Displacer Kitten. This is complicated with Neera. So if Neera's out, Displacer Kitten's text is Avoidance. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to one target non-land permanent you control, and then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Here's what you're gonna do with this sweet little kitten and Neera, is you're gonna have Neera out, and then once you have Displacer Kitten out, and then you do like, I don't know, fucking Gutshot or something, this will trigger both of them. So what you're gonna wanna do is do Neera's trigger first, do your exiling thing, resolve Displacer Kitten's trigger to blink Neera to give you a new Neera, who can now trigger off of the spell that you are about to cast. I'm explaining this really badly. Point being, between the two of these, if you have them both out, you basically get to just keep on cycling through your cantrips and stuff off the top until you find something cool that you want, and it's great. However, I had to learn a lot about stacking triggers in the correct order to do this correctly. I had to pull up so many rules texts on how this works, because both these triggers go on the stack kind of together, and then etc, etc. So Neera loves Displacer Kitten. They are best pals. They are awesome. So, it's getting better. It's not that bad. I'm still sweating and I'm still hot, but we're almost through the main part. Okay, so the next people here in the squad, we've got Izzet Replica Rider. She's actually a new addition for me. And whenever you cast a spell from it, basically, whenever you cast one of Neera's freebie spells, because it's not cast from your hand, you may pay 2. If you do, you can copy it, and you may choose new targets for the copy. So, you're gonna do Neera, and you're gonna do cool stuff. Hold on a sec. Let me get my other card here. So you're gonna do Neera, and you're gonna do the trigger. Then when you cast that spell, you're gonna pay 2 mana, and you're gonna get Ulmog. You're gonna get 2 Ulmog. That's 2 of them. It's awesome. I haven't actually gotten to play with Izzet Replica Rider much at all, but I'm very excited for what it will mean for me. So basically, if it's a permanent, it gains haste, and it'll blow up at the end of the turn, but it's okay. There probably won't be many more turns if you can get that to stick. So, which is also a 4/5 flyer, which is nice. It's good to have something to do while you're waiting for your big confetti popper glass cannon to go off. Got a couple more people. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. It's not too bad right now. If I'm gonna say that, and then it's gonna hear me, and it's gonna attack me. The pepper in my system. Okay, we got Stormkill Artist. I don't need to explain Stormkill Artist, it's not very complicated. You cast spells, you get treasure tokens. That's awesome. It helps you ramp up to Neera if you need to. And then we've got Maporas Adventure. So when you enter the battlefield, you take the initiative. Cool. You're gonna go on a fun little journey. And whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. Guess what your second spell each turn is? It's the spell that you get to cast off of this. Because the first spell you'd cast like your cantrip, and then the second one would be your big one. So again, what's better than 1 Blightsteel Colossus, but 2? 2 of them. And if you completed the dungeon, you get to copy it twice instead. So you can potentially get 3 of them. So that's awesome. Okay. We're almost through. We're through most of them. So these are most of the creatures that are in here that are here to help out. Oh, we have one more. And then the last one of helper creatures is gonna be Jory N, Ruin Diver. She's a 2/3 for 3. When you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card. That's fine. She's here to help. Same thing. When you cast your cool guy spell, you get to draw a card, and that's great. We like to draw cards in Magic the Gathering. I had these organized in piles, and they are in a big mess now. Last couple of cards is going to be specifically one thing that I had to adjust with this deck is something that happened a lot is you'd have out Neera, and then you'd be like, cool, I'm gonna cast my cantrip and go fishing for a cool thing, and I'd hit something like counterspell. I'm like, that don't do shit for me, but that whiffs this trigger and it sucks. You don't want that to suck. You don't want your magic. Write that one down. So instead of doing straight up counter spells, what you want to do is you want to use modal counter spells, because that way, if you accidentally hit it off of a Neera trigger, if you're going in completely blind, like you haven't been able to pick your top card, then you can use things like Cryptic Command, and you can use things like Archmage's Charm, which mine is signed by Elena Danner. She signed it just this past week. And you can use like Mystic Confluence. So that way what you can do is, if you accidentally hit them, you still get to do something with them. You can still, you can tap creatures your opponents control. You can draw a card. You can do things like that. Or you can use them in response. You can use them as normal counter spells, which is really good. Because let me tell you, Neera costs a lot of mana. And if she gets countered, she costs an absolute shitload of mana to put out, and it's really hard to get the deck going without her on the field. So, that's most of the fun stuff that's in here. As far as categories, we've got modal counter spells, we've got mana rocks. The main way that this is going to go is you're going to sit and doodle around, you're going to get some of Neera's little friends out. On turn 6, you're going to get Neera out, you're going to do a cool cantrip, you know, something easy. You're gonna do expedite or whatever, and it doesn't even have to resolve. If you have the one red, you can just cast it. It gets tucked on the bottom of your library, and then you're gonna reveal cards off the top of your library until you hit a non-land card, which, you know, you get Jenga Taxes, you get something cool, and then bam, then you have it. You paid 1 mana, you got Jenga Taxes, and then everyone will think you're really cool. So this deck is a very I feel like I'm like so much more disheveled than I was when I started. I feel like I started like with the jacket on and the hair smooth, and now I'm just like sweating and being like, yes, just, you know, tap your card. So those are the main packages. So yeah, those are the main packages for the deck. There's obviously a lot more in here, but you can really kind of play it to your own flavor of things that you like. Another couple of cool fun things. I have the reality chip in here. You know, it just kind of helps get, you know, the stuff going, and it lets you peep at that top card to make sure that you're gonna hit something fun when you do it. That kind of thing. We'll have the whole list of all the other stuff in the description that I have in mind. There's lots of variations of this deck. Hellbreaker Horror, I like him. I won't go through all these. I'm gonna talk about all 100 cards in here if I keep going. But that's the main basis of the deck. You get out Neera, you play a cheap spell. I shouldn't jiggle my camera like that. You play a cheap spell, and then you get a cool, awesome creature for free. Well, for 1 mana, probably. And it's great, and it's cool, and it's lots of fun. And if you can get it stacked up so that it, you know, you can pick your top card, it works out pretty good. And it's a whole bunch of fun. And let me tell you, if you are interested in spending a lot of money on a deck that sometimes works, boy, do I have the deck for you. So again, I am PeachyPop Cosplay. You'll be able to find links of mine probably in the description if you want to see things that I do. And you'll be able to find also the deck list for my personal take on this deck. And what's really cool about it is you can kind of tune it to your own thing. You can put in things that you want to do that are really cool and fun and that sort of thing. So if you're interested in this deck, I highly encourage giving it a shot. If you have a lot of really fun cards that you want to play, but they don't go into any deck that makes any sense, then this is where you can put them. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know, let me know what you think of the deck. This is kind of a wacky one for me. I haven't met anyone else who plays it exactly the same way. So, you know, if you have any thoughts on the deck at all, I would love to see them. So, again, thank you for joining us here at Spicy Plays, and looking forward to the next one. And outro music.